Look, Kofi, if it is hospitals, build construction of hospitals, the MPP is doing more than you. You're there.
Where are they?
They're all over. Where? That's the Agenda 111. Haven't you seen them?
God.
Apart from that, there are other hospitals we have built. If it is about schools, if under free SHS,
mention one hospital you have built.
Akontombra Hospital. Go and check. New hospital.
Akontombra Hospital.
You said to mention one. I've mentioned one. Akontombra. It was started by President Akufo-Addo and completed by President Akufo-Addo, and there are several of them.
So
there are several of them.
I will check. I don't have the fact about Akontombra. Which of them have you built?
I will send them to you.
You send them to me?
Yes. So the next time you come and tell Randy, you talk about education. Randy,
look, the
best
even your health
thing to do for any country is to develop the human resource. And human resource development is not only about infrastructure. It's not about building. If this government, from independence, the number of children in the year that get access to secondary education, which actually should be the minimum, is about 800,000. And in about 7 years, we are adding 700.
You're adding them from
700 students are getting more opportunities.
Let me just interrupt you to just put out something that is just happening at the courts. By a majority decision of 2-1, the minority leader, Dr. Ato Forson, has been discharged. The Court of Appeal just acquitted and discharged him. The order for him to open his defense has been set aside. And so you had two of the justices, that's the majority, Brad Mensah, Justice of the Appeal Court, Aka Boafo, Justice of the Appeal Court, and Alex Mensah, Justice of the Appeal Court, dissenting. So by a 2-1 decision, the minority leader, Dr. Ato Forson, has been acquitted and discharged by the Appeal Court.
Well, that is welcome news.
This is something that we knew was much ado about nothing. Because
I am on the floor. Let me just finish.
This is a different issue that have come up. For a deputy minister who was performing his functions and his boss, the Minister for Finance, appeared in court and gave clear indication that I instructed him to pick up that schedule. And as part of the contract was government to establish letters of credit with condition attached that upon delivery, then it goes into execution. And to subject such an official for malicious prosecution, we knew clearly right from the word go that this was just because of his position on national issues as then ranking for finance, and his position also had continued and not changed as a minority leader. So we thank God that these justices have seen the reason to throw this malicious prosecution out by doing what it is that they have done.
All right.
Ato, our leader, serves a living God.
Well, Randy, I think that is good for our democracy. When an allegation is made against you, the court is there to determine whether the allegations stand against, the law is indeed in support of the allegations or not. And I am happy my friend Kofi Adams is celebrating this. And this is why the NDC must continue to appreciate the court system. There are occasions when the case goes against them, then they'll lambast the whole court system, they'll lambast the judges and all that, and create the impression that they are being manipulated by government and all that. But here it is. He's the minority leader. So has the court been manipulated to rule in his favor? No. I believe that. And even when a judge rules against you, I mean, they can also make mistakes. They are human beings. They can have their personal affiliations and feelings that can also influence, but it does not mean that you can have a situation where a particular party controls the judiciary and determine what the judiciary does. I mean, it's an independent institution, and we must continue to respect the judiciary because all of us are subject to them.
Did you listen to the Japa audio?
When the case is made against you, that is where you have to go. I mean, and you expect fairness from them. And so I think this is a vindication of the judiciary and their neutrality in determining cases based on the issues before them. In some cases, it will go against the minority. In some other instances, it will go in their favor. In some cases, it will go even people who are in government. I mean, there are cases you go and you lose. And we all need to celebrate and support the judiciary. Where they, of course, are human. If they get it wrong, we can talk about it. So I think that this is good. I mean, because it adds up to building our democracy, wherever you stand, whether in government or opposition, the law will deal with you as it is, not because of where you stand.
All right. Okay, so we need to take a break, but just to inform you once again that by a majority decision of 2-1, the Court of Appeal has acquitted and discharged the minority leader, Dr. Ato Forson, and the order for him to open his defense has been set aside. And the panel, on the panel we had 3 justices, Justice Bright Mensah, Justice Aka Boafo, and Justice Alex Mensah. So we had Justices Bright Mensah and Aka Boafo being the majority, and Justice Alex Mensah being the minority. We're back shortly.